Hi members, my name is S.L.Ager and I'm the author of the Cadwallader de Quest vocabulary novels and their supporting workbooks. You can see those behind me there. I'd like to say thanks to Agnes for inviting us to record the new tutor segment. Agnes's Facebook group is the 11 plus, ISEB, SATs, GCSE and resource group. And Tutor Focus is our new segment where I get to speak to some of our fantastic tutors and resource providers so that you, the members, can get to know them better. And today I have our very own Meera Vasudeva of English Teacher Tuition. How are you, Meera?
I'm very well, thank you. It's beautiful, it's bank holiday and the sun is shining, so I'm perfect.
Yeah, and I want to say that I really, really like your house, but something tells me it might not be your house.
I know it's a bank holiday staycation in the UK, so not quite my house, but who knows one day.
Absolutely. Who knows one day? Lovely, lovely weather that you've got there. Very lucky.
Definitely.
So we like to keep the segment fairly brief so that people can just, dip in, dip out and understand, get to know you more as a tutor. But one thing that I've noticed, Meera, is there seems to be a real shortage of what you tutor. So maybe if you can tell us what you specialise in and where you're based.
Sure. I specialise in teaching English, and that's from children from year four, so 11 plus, to SATs year six, to Key Stage 3, which is year 7, 8 and 9, and then the GCSE years is my real specialism, and that's year 10 and year 11, all exam boards, but mainly the AQA exam board. And then I go all the way up to A level. So I tutor GCSE English language and literature at A level as well. And I've
Wow.
been doing so for over 10 years.
So that leads me to ask, are you actually a school teacher as well then,
I
Meera?
I am.
Ah,
So I'm a fully qualified school teacher and a GCSE examiner, hence my specialism being GCSE level.
oh, that's brilliant because I think English is such an intricate subject, and even though I write, I employ editors. My grammar and English is not anywhere near the standard it should be. That it's very I find it's very difficult to find very credible English teachers. So that's really great to know that, not only you're a tutor, you're so well qualified. And that is fabulous. And where are you based?
So
So,
I'm actually based in Harrow in London, but I suppose I'm global at the moment. So since March last year, I mean, I've always had parents ask me from all over, can I tutor online? And I've always refused to do so because it's out of my own comfort zone.
mm,
But I suppose lockdown pushed me and it made me realize actually, why haven't I been doing this
yeah.
before? And I've had parents who have been willing to show me how to use the technology just so I could tutor their child. And I've said how kind of it is of them, but I've just refused to do so. So, I mean, now I've had that push and I've been teaching online for the last year and it's incredible.
You and the rest of the world, I would say, have been forced. And like you say, I wonder if things will ever return to how they were before. Do you plan on ever returning to face, or do you think you'll
I
stay?
will I will probably have some face-to-face sessions. So I have some upcoming creative writing face-to-face sessions during summer, and it's just because it's nice to see the kids. But at the same time, it's I'll probably be doing a bit of a hybrid. So I'll remain online for my regular sessions, and then every so often I'll have some face-to-face sessions as well. It's really hard, but I think the parents benefit the most. So just from the parent surveys I've conducted, a lot of parents, they prefer online tuition because it saves them time.
Yeah, easy.
And yeah, just previously, when I think about the olden days, which was prior to COVID, I mean, I'd have parents drive from all over, from Buckinghamshire, from southeast London. They'd drive to me, it'd take them an hour on a Saturday morning to come over. Then they'd wait in the car for another hour, and then they'd go back home. So that's 3 hours of their time for a 1 hour lesson. So it's just more practical from a parental point of view as well.
Absolutely. And so how did you decide to become a tutor as well as a teacher? What brought you into tutoring?
So many people have asked me this question and I have no idea. See, when it comes to teaching, it was always a clear career path. And I always was so confident. I come from a very big family and I have lots of brothers and sisters, and I'm one of the youngest. And growing up as you do, you play schools, and I was never allowed to be the teacher because I was the youngest. So it'd always been my older brother and sisters being the teacher. And so I suppose on a psychological level, I had it in my head that I want to be the teacher. And here I am. I mean, I'm the teacher. And with tutoring, I suppose I really don't even know because I've been teaching for 14 years and I know I've been tutoring for over 10 years. But I think it just organically fell into place. I think it must have been helping a friend here, helping a relative there, and then people paying me for my time, and then me thinking, wow, I could share my knowledge and help so many people. And so I started off with one-to-one for a couple of years, and then I moved to group tuition because it was just more effective for my
Sure.
time.
Yeah.
And then here we are. But I really just don't know exactly when. If you ask me when I started, it was so organic that I can't pinpoint when it was.
Cool. Okay, so that leads me on to blow your own trumpet time. What would you say your greatest strength as a tutor is, Meera?
Um, if I'm allowed to blow my own trumpet, I would say probably my knowledge and my skill as an examiner. So I'm able to see what children produce under timed conditions, and I'm able to see the mistakes they make. And as a tutor and as a teacher, I'm able to stop that before they get to that exam stage. So I think just one of my strengths as a teacher is being an examiner, that I get to see the other side, what kids produce under timed conditions, and I'm able to teach them towards not making those mistakes.
Oh, I
And
think that's a fantastic advantage, isn't it? Really, having that insider knowledge. That would
definitely,
that would definitely tip me over to making a choice. The fact that you're an English teacher but an examiner as well is, I get the
yeah,
feeling you might be inundated after this, Meera, after this interview.
really, I'm already inundated. So yeah, the
Yeah,
waiting list.
you're going to have to split. Yes, this is when it comes to do I record online kind of tuition, isn't it? It's one of those.
But I
Um,
do, sorry,
sorry,
just
go
going,
on.
as an examiner, I do think I've got a strength of being in a classroom and knowing the education system in a way that others may not necessarily, like just meeting so many kids from all walks of life and just being with them day to day. But then as an examiner, it's almost as though you have these inner secrets. So I don't even have them as a teacher.
Yeah.
So that kind of puts me at an advantage over teachers, even that I have that next level above me where I've marked papers, I see the mistakes, and it's a grueling process, but it's so informative and it's so educational for me.
I'm sure. I'm sure. So, and you said you teach right up to A level as well, didn't you, Mira? Yeah, that's really interesting to know, guys. So, this is a really tricky question, Mira, and we are only allowed one. What is your top tip for a parent? Now, you can, because Agnes's group covers from 11 plus right up to A level. Choose, if you want to just be A level or GCSE specific, please do. But if you want to give us a generic top tip, I don't know. You choose.
I think I'll probably give a generic top tip. And so this is whether your child is 4 or whether they're 14 or 18, even just as an adult. Something I would say, I think parents don't realise that doing well in English, it's not just about reading and writing. I do think it's about your knowledge of the world. And that could really, really it really creates that flair if you have more knowledge of the world. So one top tip I would say to parents is try to work on developing your child's cultural capital. So take them to art galleries, take them to museums, take them to zoos, take them to beaches. I mean, a typical English piece of writing is a piece of descriptive writing. And you never know where that trip at the zoo, where they see an animal, and then that comes out in their writing, and they create this fabulous simile or a metaphor because of that animal they saw in the zoo. Or you never know where they may learn another language, and then they may use part of another language in their piece of English descriptive writing, if they're writing about a market or something. It really can make their writing stand out. and it could just develop them in so many ways.
Yeah.
So really, really try and develop your child's cultural capital.
That is a great tip. I love the term cultural capital. That's one that I will be using. And you're absolutely right. It's like as a writer, I find that I tend to write what I've seen and what I've done.
Mm,
More than anything else, yes, we have to research some writing, but my go-to is always kind of, where I've been, what I've seen, my experiences. And with
definitely,
these kids, you're absolutely right. They can draw on those experiences probably much easier than they can if they're having to concoct something that they
definitely.
don't know. So that is a brilliant tip.
It could be so
And
rich for their life, and I mean, it will fill them with stories,
yeah.
and that's always a good foundation for their creative writing. It adds that element of creativity to their writing.
That's a really good tip, Meera. And just to finish off now, where can we find? I don't know if you have any resources, but you have a website. But where can we find you online? And what are we looking for? So, what's the name of your website, please?
Okay, so for the last few years, I've been trading under my own name and using my own website, which is www.meeravasudeva.co.uk. I'm now transferring my website to a new website, so it should be complete by the end of summer. It's there at the moment, but I'm slowly filling it with wonderful resources, and it's English teacher. So it's simply www.englishteacher.co.uk. I mean, whenever this video goes live, I'll put my links underneath so you can access me via both mediums.
Okay, and obviously we can always find you in the group as well, in Agnes's group. So brilliant. Oh, looking forward to seeing your new website. I understand how long these things take when we're working on them. Filling them with great content always takes time. So it's been absolutely lovely to talk to you, Meera. Absolutely, probably one of the best qualified English teachers that I've spoken to. And like I say, even though you're probably already inundated, I think you'll probably find yourself even more so after this. So thanks ever so much for your time, and go and enjoy the rest of your weekend in that beautiful
Likewise,
looking hotel, stately home, wherever you are. It looks amazing.
thank you very much, Sheena. Lovely speaking to you.
Brilliant. Thank you. Bye, Mira. Bye.